Samantha for GOCANADAVISAS. In this video we will talk about family sponsorship. I will give you an idea of the steps in the process, the eligibility requirements, but before we get started, please do remember to hit that subscribe button. So if you're a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident, Canada allows you to sponsor certain members of the family. Who can you sponsor? Well, you can sponsor your spouse, your common law partner, your conjugal partner, dependent children, as long as they're under 22 and they do not have a spouse. There's also a pathway for parents and grandparents. You can't sponsor someone who is inadmissible to Canada. This means they are not allowed to come into Canada because of criminal, medical or security issues. Now, to apply to sponsor, there are two applications. Firstly, you must apply to become a sponsor. And second, your spouse, partner, child, the person that you're planning to sponsor must also complete a permanent residence application. CIC will first review the sponsor's application to ensure that they meet the eligibility requirements. And those requirements are that they are at least 18 years of age, that they are a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada, or a person registered in Canada as an Indian under the Canadian Indian Act. If you are a permanent resident, you must not be living outside of Canada. However, if you are a Canadian citizen living outside of Canada, you are still eligible as long as you can show that you plan to move back to Canada and live in Canada. You must not be on any type of social assistance for reasons other than a disability, because you have to show that you can financially support the person that you want to sponsor. If you're approved as a sponsor, the second application kicks in, and this is where the spouse, the partner, the dependents, their application for permanent residence is assessed. They will also need to show that they meet their own eligibility requirements, which also includes all the required forms, the documents, supporting documents, and any additional information requested from CIC. And this could be medical exams, biometrics, and biometrics are fingerprints and photos. Once that permanent residence application has completed processing, and if it's approved, CIC will then send out certain documents, and this depends on whether you are inside or outside of Canada. If your family members are outside of Canada, you'll receive a document called a confirmation of permanent residence. This document confirms the approval to become a permanent resident. In some circumstances, a permanent resident visa is required, and this is usually for persons who are from countries that require a visa to come to Canada. Now, once your family members receive these documents, they can travel to Canada. But there is still a final stage, and this happens when that sponsored person arrives in Canada. Your family member must meet with an officer at a Canadian port of entry. Now, the Canadian port of entry could be a land entry or it could be by air. The officer at this point will make the final decision which determines if your family can enter Canada as a permanent resident. Now, let's say your family members are inside Canada. They also have to meet an immigration officer to receive their confirmation of permanent residence. In this case, they will receive a letter to schedule an appointment, and it is at this appointment that the officer will make the final decision to allow the family members to stay in Canada as permanent residents. So that's it for family sponsorship. If you thought that this video was helpful, please do like it, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. I'm Samantha for GOCANADAVISAS. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.